Hello, hello, hello. It is Tishan here. I go by Nine Coins here on YouTube, and my voice is a little shot. I apologize. Thank you for tuning in for another video. I'm a little nervous today because I'm going to be showing you something that is um, has become in a very short amount of time very meaningful to me. I decided to create my own Oracle deck and I'm calling it the Nine Coins Oracle. And what it essentially is 54 cards that use my original photography with meanings, with word associations that hopefully capture meanings and situations and ideas and insights that I myself have come to know or become familiar with as I go through this thing called life. Um, a lot of the photography I used film camera, so 35 millimeter film, 120 millimeter film, and I also used my digital camera, my Fuji um, XT30, my baby. And some of the photography is from my own personal life, and some of it is street photography, landscape photography, and things of that nature. So it's kind of a mixture of things. I did edit the photographs for the sake of this deck, most of which were in black and white, but some were in color. So I did do some editing for the sake of the design of the deck. I designed the deck itself and the backs, and I had it printed through MPC, and I did a thing. Why did I create my own deck? I think one, I watched a couple of other channels of people who created their own decks. I'll link them below. I believe, oh gosh, Phyllis. Um, I can't remember the name of her channel because that's who I am, the non-remember of fellow tarot tubers. But first of all, she has an amazing Afrocentric collection. But secondly, a big part of her collection are decks that she's created on her own. And as I was, looking at channels like hers, I was like, I was thinking, oh, also Abundant Life Tarot is another one of people, practitioners, people who are out there reading cards for themselves, for others, and we're like, and we're making their own tools. And I felt really inspired, and knowing that I have some skill in graphic design. Of course, I have my photography as my art. That I just played around one day and I created one card, and then I created another, and then another and another, and next I had a deck, and I was like, I should just print this out and and use it, and that is what I did. Um, yeah, that is what I did. And it was a very easy process. If you want me to talk more about it, um, I can. And it's kind of opened up the floodgates for me creatively because I've also created another Oracle deck, and then I'm also working on a set of playing cards. Tarot is a lot harder for me to conceive because I want to use my original photography for the tarot, but I also want it to be staged photography. So that's going to be like, I don't know, maybe a 5 year project. If I even begin to tackle that, that will include models and things of that nature. But for now, for me, it was simple enough to like just create an oracle. And I think that's why I was kind of like mini obsessed with oracles over the last couple of months, because I wanted to see how people went about making an oracle, what goes into oracle decks, what word associations are people using, what symbolisms, what archetypes kind of repeatedly pop up. How can I challenge those archetypes or disrupt them or redefine them for myself based on my own personal experiences? Um, so I was just, curious about it, and I did a thing. I'm just looking at the deck right here, right now. Oh wait, why is it? Oh, I know why I did that. Okay. Oh my gosh, Deshaun. Okay. I'll leave those three out. Um, oh no, I'll keep, okay, I'll talk about these three cards. So actually, no, I'll hold off to the end. I'll hold off to the end. Okay. Yeah. Because one of the reason why I'm going back and forth is because one of my insecurities about creating this deck, and I will walk through the deck or I'll flip through the deck in a minute. But one of the things I was afraid of was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to create something and it's not going to make sense. I won't be able to read it. And what I've been discovering over the last couple of days is that I can read from it because it is a language that I created for myself. And so I pulled a card this week for this week, or a couple cards for this week about, I went on a weekend vacation. I'll talk more about that in another video. Came back and I was like, okay, whew, long week. What should I focus on, Spirit? Like, just, give me something. And I pulled these cards. The first one was, and I'm in school, by the way, for context. I'm in grad school, so I have a week of classes and all that stuff. First card I pulled was read a book. Second was wiggle your big toe. And the third was long game. And again, I'll show, of course, more of the cards and my photography, but it was so accurate and spot on to give myself permission to just be present and just be a student and go to school this week, and also to take my time, take as much time as I need to get into it. Don't feel rushed, don't feel belabored, de-stress or mitigate stress by taking some time to accomplish the tasks that I need to accomplish, and also to understand what this is all about, what this is for, what is the end goal of all of this to keep me motivated. So it was just like such a great I feel like I'm blowing myself away by reading something that I created, reading from a tool that I created for myself and having it talk back to me in this type of way is just like crazy. Um so anyway, I don't mean to go on a long tangent, but let's walk through the deck and see. If you don't like it, just don't tell me. Don't tell me you don't like it. Don't do that. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera around and let's do this. All right, so these are the backs that I made. I chose lips because I thought it was cute. Let's turn this over. Take a peek, shall we? I'm not going to talk that much through these. I'll just say what they are. Quiet place. Walk through the garden. Grapes now or wine later. Wisdom in the weeds. Sorry for the angle. I'm trying to avoid glare from the ring light. I'm new to filming at night. Zeus baby. Time to fly. They're your typical oracle size. So like 3.5 by 5. Where are they leading you? Feeling perceived. Your power. Get curious. Playing spades. Too much yen. Take the roses. Roots. Sorry. It's handled. Start a fire. Protect your goods. Seed still good. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Mama D's hustle. Oh, I forgot. I also included some poetry in here. Reply to Sonia Sanchez. Thank you for the day. I'll wear it, worn in, well loved. It fits me nicely. Resistance. Anonymous goat. After the rain. 37th exposure. Response to Alice Walker's Beauty, When the Dancer is Oneself, I think is the name of the essay. What will you do when you see yourself across the ballroom floor, whether in splendor or in rags, full of cheer or about despair? Will you say hello with love and take you by the hand? Dance around the room, holding tightly, whether in laughter or in tears? And when the song is finished, will you thank you for your time? And should you have the chance, would you take another turn? We can dance together, or we can skate together, sorry. Bounty. Blessings are free. Make something. Beauty in the depths. Oops. This is one of my favorite cards. Lost in a dive bar bathroom. What's wrong? Car. Free in the world. Dirty path to pleasure. Waking dream. Who do you think you are, you sweet sounding echo from a long gone dream? Tapping me gently through the night, you nudge relentlessly. I am awake. Meanwhile, in the wilderness, imperfect offerings are perfect. A drum is a drum is a drum. Someone to somebody. Bathe. Is it gold? Nothing back here. Lit. Respectfully. Spread 'em. A glamour. Grass feels good. Look up. Check your idols. Wiggle your big toe. These are the ones I pulled. Read a book. and long game. I think for the most part, they're pretty intuitive. There's a few of them that may need to be explained. Zeus baby, you need probably, if you know your Zeus creation myth, you'll be okay. Too much yin. If you know the energies of yin and yang, you'll be okay. What happens when you're in balance and there's too much yin? Playing spades, if you're familiar with what it's like to play spades, which is a really popular card game in African American culture. Mama D's Hustle, if you've ever traveled to a Caribbean island, sometimes they have women that walk along the beach and sell trinkets and things. And so I asked to take a picture of this woman. It's underexposed because the film camera was exposing for the light behind her and not her face. But I think it's cool because it shows that there is an anonymity to these people. But I asked her name, and her name was Mama D. And I appreciated her hustle. 37th exposure. If you know anything about film and 35 millimeter film, there's only 36 exposures. So sometimes the way that I roll film is like um, there'll be a little bit more film left at the end, but it's never enough to make a whole exposure. So it's like you're trying to take another picture, but there's nothing left to take. It's just, it's over, it's done. And that's Nine Coin Tarot. So there it is. My heart and soul poured into 54 cards. I I think I'm just really proud of myself. I don't know if I will. I've been going back and forth on whether I want to make it available for others to buy on Make Plan Cards or any other fashion. Um, if I do, I think I'd probably make a couple changes. Like I'll change the cardstock, make it a bit thicker. I was thinking about playing around with adding borders and and also writing a guidebook. Actually, I was going to write a guidebook regardless because I wanted to just reflect on each card for myself. But um, wanting, if I do sell these to others, maybe having something actually not as a guide, but more so if you're curious about what the picture is about, what the impetus was for the picture. But as for the meanings, my intention was to make it as intuitive as possible so that you can just go for it, that you wouldn't need to like look into a book or something, you know. I don't know. So tell me, leave a nice comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my project. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Bye bye.